What's going on, guys? I told you I'd be back with that Frieza Saga review, starring, of course, Goku, Krillin, and Gohan, and some sprinkle of Vegeta and his background, which I'll get into later on. But first of all, I want to clear things up. I messed up by thinking that after the Saiyan Saga, it was going to jump right into the Frieza Saga. I had to do research on that, and after I watched all those sagas, I realized that it was the Namek and Captain Ginyu Saga, and then the Frieza Saga. So this will pretty much be all those sagas wrapped up in one. But it's pretty much it's gonna focus on the Frieza Saga, more likely. Alright, with that said. And with that said, let's get into the positives. Positives, man. I've got to say I gained a whole new respect for Namekians. Planet Namek, when that fight first bust off with the Namekians, and they pretended like they were not powerful. They were holding their power back, and then they showed them what they really had. The Namekians, as a community, are nothing to be messed with. They are a force to be reckoned with. As a community, as one, not so much. Not so much. They got heart. As one, they do have heart, but as a team of the Namekians, bro, they go in. I did not know. I'm not expecting them to go in so hard. Kudos to them, man. That really, and I earned some respect for Piccolo too through these sagas. Another thing I liked about it, and I don't think anybody else really probably cared about this part, but when Captain Ginyu got transferred into the frog's body and the frog got transferred into his body, that little section was so hilarious to me. His struggle of still trying to manipulate inside of a frog's body. Inside of a frog's body, he's still trying to manipulate and see what he can do so he can move on to the next body. And it was a struggle for him. It was hilarious at the same time. Okay, what would you do? He was just it was some comedy that pursued through that. Trust me, if you haven't, everybody's seen it. Who's watching this probably has seen it. But trust me. Another thing that I liked is how they dwelled into Vegeta's backstory for the first time. They got a little deep with Vegeta, and that was pretty cool. You know, you have to see why he was on his revenge quest. You know, why he is the way that he is, which leads me to that speech he gave the first time Frieza defeated him. The speech he gave when he was on his back, hurting, in pain, about, you know, what Frieza messed his life up. Oh my gosh, it was heart-wrenching. It was emotional. That was actually, I don't care what everybody thinks, it was actually emotional for me. I was like, wow, that gains points right there. That gained that saga so many points with the speech. That's how you do it. That's how you do it. Much respect. There were some good fights. Their fights were better in these sagas than the Saiyan Saga. Even, you know, combined. Gotta say that. Negatives. Let's start off with the negatives of who that is, Frieza. I am not digging this early Frieza, man. The Frieza and his trash forms that he was jumping into, it really didn't. It were a waste of time, a waste of a lot of time. What really irked me was his voice. His voice was just horrible. I am so used to the Frieza, the Dragon Ball Super Frieza. I like that voice and that Frieza and his way of thinking. This early Frieza was just like your typical villain. Just like it was so cliche. It was so cliche until he got to his final form, which is the way he looked. That's what I'm used to. When he got to that final form, I was like, okay, this is the Frieza I know. His voice is still a little off. It just comes to show you that sometimes the voice can make a lot for a character. The voice can make a lot for a character. I'm just saying. Another complaint I have about this is, why can't they just all fight a villain at one time? Why must you take turns? Why must you take a number and wait in line to fight a villain? That doesn't make any sense. And then Piccolo, this is where Piccolo lost points as quick as he gained them. Piccolo is the main one. Oh no, don't help. Especially when Vegeta was getting pummeled. That was shady. I don't care what anybody said. That was shady. You let Vegeta get pummeled by Frieza. But then when Goku is fighting Frieza, now you want to jump in? Now I understand me. You're cooler with Goku than you are with Frieza, with Vegeta. But Vegeta, he was helping too. I mean, he was helping y'all. Are you serious? Even though it was for selfish reasons, he was helping y'all. Are you serious? I understand also why he jumped in at that time to give him time to make the spirit bomb and all that, whatever. But man, come on, bro. So many times Gohan wanted to jump. Gohan is a true G. True G, man. Gohan's a G. Yeah, Piccolo was foul for that one. I believe he's foul for that. One last complaint. The fight between Goku and Frieza. That fight went on for way too long. And I see what people are talking about, because I heard about this before I watched this saga. That fight went on for 5 episodes between him and Goku. Frieza and Goku. That was not necessary. This lost so many points for this. This lost so many points for this saga. That's ridiculous. That's stupid and ridiculous. It was a point where I clocked out. I give props to people who saw this before me and still wanted to see more of the saga of the Dragon Ball Z, not knowing that the Cell Saga was going to be so good. The only reason I went through that because I know what comes after that, and I already seen the Cell Saga. If I would have known about the Cell Saga, no, this would not get any of my time. I would have stopped and be like, yeah, I'm done. Yeah, no more Dragon Ball for me. That ruined a lot of stuff, man. That was so ridiculous. But yeah, that was a big puncture wound in this my rating on this. And with that being said, I'm gonna have to give this a alright, cool. Could have been a hell yeah, but that dang 10-year fight they had. With that being said, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and I'll be back.